Hello everybody, this is Conquering History Games and welcome back to part 6 of my Egypt campaign in Rome Total War. Today we are going to be fighting off what appears to be perhaps the entire garrison of Sardis, which is coming down south to Halicarnassus, but we are going to be meeting them on a bridge, and they do have a couple slingers, but that is their only missile troops, whereas we have, we have several along here with our faction heir, and I think that this should be a pretty easy fight, although maybe I shouldn't speak too soon because phalanxes can be strong and my Nubian spearmen are extremely poor in morale, so if they are pushed a little bit they could potentially run away, but I do have some of those mercenary hoplites that I did hire, which are going to help steady the line, so to speak. So let's just get everybody organized here. Okay, whoops. Alright. Bring up the infantry a little closer. Yeah, whatever, it's fine. Bring forward the skirmishers as well, and a little bit forward my chariot archers as well. What I actually think I'm going to do here is send one of my Nubian spearmen units to actually just start to cross the bridge. Everybody else, let's try to get you in a position where you're creating a nice V around the bridge. Okay, these are skirmishers. They're not going to be able to reach yet, but my Cretan archers can. And we're going to try to keep our general very close, although he can also shoot arrows. This is one of my favorite little details. It's such a small, simple thing, but how every chariot has the driver and the archer. Just really like it. Okay. So break formation so we can get across the bridge. Also, one of the things I like about bridge battles, and of course we're going to be seeing it here most likely, is the detail of how as bodies begin to accumulate on the bridge, they can eventually start to fall into the river. My bowmen are not in range yet. It looks like the general is going forward first. This is actually the best chance they've got to defeat me. Yeah, this is not a proper phalanx formation. Some of my spearmen are already dropping, but we do kind of have a phalanx wall set up. There's the general himself, actually. He's right at the front lines, brave, but foolish, I think, as we will see here. And there he goes, he's down. The enemy general is already dead. Alright, let's start having a couple of these guys switch to flaming ammunition. And it's just a hail of fire coming in now. This was a sacrificed unit, incidentally, the small unit of Nubian spearmen. Oh, doesn't that look lovely? Could be a little bit more concentrated, but these hoplites have apparently gone completely hysterical in fear because they are routing directly into a wall of spears. Interesting choice to make. The Rhodian slingers look like they're going to work, but one of them are breaking. They've both broken, I think, both units of them. No, we still have another unit. They were intermingled here. But most of the militia hoplites are on their way, although half of them, actually, it seems, have routed already. I actually already think this battle is pretty much over. There's just way too much arrow fire coming in constantly, and I'm glad that they're firing kind of towards the back, so none of my phalanx forces up here are getting hit too much. Also, we've got volleys coming in from this direction right into their unshielded sides. And it's not a pretty sight, even if they do manage to get through my front line of Nubian spearmen, who I think just got a chevron. Yes, they did, at least a few of them. There's only more spears waiting behind them. In fact, my mercenary hoplites have already gone to work. The front line here has gotten their knives out and they're just stabbing, and it's just grist in a mill, these hoplites. Why are they routing into me? This makes no sense. But I think it's almost time for me to get my chariots ready to run down perhaps some of those units in the rear. In fact, I think it is only those slingers that are the only reason that the enemy has not completely routed. Wow, what a sight. What a sight to behold. I can see a couple slingers in there, some little red spots in the crowd, but this is unlike anything I've ever seen the AI do in years and years of play. I've never seen them route directly into spears. Actually, I don't even think I need to run them down. They're all routing directly into my spears. I've never seen anything like this, I swear. These 10 Nubian spearmen are now double chevron. I think we can just go to 6 speed, and whoa, that's creating a little bit of a lag. Let's just pull out there, but wow. Clearly we have won the battle. No kidding. We lost 26 men. The enemy lost over 2,200. We killed the entire force from Sardis. Wow. That's Sabaton is going to write a song about them one day. That battle, that bridge battle. I wonder if that we're even going to get a chevron off of that. I think we are, because I think our faction heir was only at 3 command stars, and it appears from the battle map, I mean from the campaign map, that he is now at, what is this? I think we can just auto-resolve this. There's no need to waste your time. Ooh, probably would have taken less casualties if I'd done it myself, though. But he's at 4 now, it looks like. All right, let's see what happened more specifically. Where's the music? Oh, there it is. It's just a little soft. Enemy army has routed. See, he is a confident commander +1 command, and Amos over in Petra in the Sinai has received an exotic slave and a body slave. So he's more susceptible to assassinations, but he has much more influence. Also, the Macedonians and the Thracians have formed a ceasefire over here in the Balkan area, so I guess they're both getting ready to fight Rome. And the Greeks and the Carthaginians have also declared a ceasefire, although it looks like the Greeks are nowhere near the Carthaginians anymore, so it's kind of a moot point. Those are probably pretty short negotiations. Now, is Sardis empty? No, they have left 1 unit in there, but I don't see any reason why we cannot just go on ahead and besiege this settlement. And before you know it, we're going to have the Temple of Artemis, which is going to reduce the cost of our religious buildings. And as an Egyptian, I got to have lots of religious buildings, obviously. Over here in Tarsus, we have the Seleucid capital under siege with a pretty sizable force here. Actually, what can we get here? Some Sicilian pirates? I don't think so. I don't think that's necessary. And I actually hope that this army is going to come over here and attempt to relieve them so that I'll be able to run them down shortly. How's it going down here in Jerusalem? Have we been able to upgrade yet? No, and I do want to upgrade because, okay, next turn we'll be able to do that, but let's start getting on the trader and then we'll just change its order in the sheet. Because I want to be making bowmen there, so we'll have bowmen, cavalry, and Nile spearmen being made in these 3 areas. By that same token, let's get started on a bigger army down here in the south. Let's see, we can get some more mines. I do want that. We're going to get some more mines. We're going to be making some spearmen. And over here, I could have sworn we were making the archery. Okay, the archery range is nearly done, so let's just wait for that. Well, I don't think we have to wait, actually. Let's go ahead and build the farm. And then up here in Alexandria, we're not doing much, but we're going to have bowmen and spearmen over here. I don't think I'm going to turn Alexandria into a troop producing center yet, although it's probably not a bad idea. I would only need to grade the lowest version of it, and we actually have to build the counselor's chambers soon. Otherwise, squalor is going to start accumulating in Alexandria. We're going to be losing some money next turn, but I don't think it's that big a deal. So all things considered, I think we can go ahead and just end the turn. Oh, wait. We have our spy coup up here who is going to investigate the Armenians, because the Armenians are part of our win condition up here in the eastern part of the Black Sea. So I want to see exactly what it is they're doing. Also, the Navy is getting closer to Crete. We will soon lay claim to it. It is just a rebel-held village at the moment, so that should not be too much trouble for us. All right, Jerusalem is now growing, so I want to prioritize that and Alexandria this turn. So we're going to, I don't actually think we're going to have enough money to be able to afford to improve Jerusalem. In fact, we are not. So what we'll do first is we're just going to take this big old army, and I think we can just auto-resolve the fight against these rebel brigands to our south. No, actually, that would be a horrendous idea because it looks like they actually have a general there. So I should have inspected that first before I advanced outward. So that was a big mistake on my part. And we'll deal with it next turn. All right, it looks like the Seleucids are nearby. Again, I'm wanting them to attack Ptahhotep's army here, so I could just wipe them both out at once. And it looks like we have another Seleucid army coming from the east. You know what? I just realized I took away the garrison force I had here at the bridge that was blocking this path. So I should have perhaps left the army there to deal with that. How's it going over here? They did not sally out. Can't say I blame them. We can go ahead and auto-resolve this. I think the general is the only one in there. Alexander the Great, I think not. So another quick victory for Egypt. We'll just go ahead and occupy it since it is only a town. Let's repair the wall and retrain a couple of our spearmen. Actually, that's all we can do right now, but we have gotten a new wonder. The Temple of Artemis, putting us in charge of most of the wonders of the world now, because we have the Temple of Artemis, the Mausoleum of Halicarnassus, the Colossus of Rhodes, my personal favorite, and the Pharos of Alexandria. And if we continue to press the Seleucids, before you know it, we're going to have access to the Hanging Gardens of Babylon, which probably did not exist, but will give us a 20% bonus to our farming income, so we're going to be getting even more money. As a matter of fact, I'm almost tempted with the next army I beg to just send it straight across east to the town of Seleucia before the Parthians grab it, after I've done all the heavy lifting of actually destroying this empire. Now, where's my spy? Let's keep heading north. I see an Armenian watchtower, so we're pretty close. And I think I'm going to wait a turn or two, or better yet, we're just going to leave behind the spearmen. And we're going to begin to look to the north a little bit. We're going east, but kind of looking to the north, making sure that Pontus is not up to anything. They are our allies. That was a key strategic decision because I don't want to have to fight them. I could beat them, but it could turn a little bit nasty if I'm not careful. Get some more spearmen down here. Start accumulating more men. And we can start building our first bowmen. So cheap. I can't believe how cheap bowmen are. Like for pound, how good they are, that it costs less than 200 to build them. I mean, they cost less than Nubian spearmen, and I'll take them over Nubian spearmen every day. Now, I don't see anybody here in Crete at the moment. So I think we should be able to just walk right into the settlement. Oh, there is a reinforcement army. Let's see, what do we got here? We got some militia hoplites, and then reinforcing them are several Cretan archers. That makes sense. Actually, wait. Let me withdraw from the battle and hire some Cretan archers of my own. There probably should be some here. It is Crete, and I'm a little bit short on money. Let's see. Is there a Greek building I can destroy that I don't want around anyway to get me a little bit of money? Yes, we will do that. And hire ourselves a Cretan archer. See, because that was causing a cultural penalty over here in Sardis anyway, so I don't want to hold on to that. Now, sometimes it can be advantageous to hold on to your enemy's temples if they are particularly good. One thing that comes to mind is I think the Greeks have a certain temple that increases weapons. So when you're playing as the Brutii and you attack eastward into Greece, it could benefit you to hold on to those larger temples because they're going to give you upgrades that you cannot normally get yourself to your army units. So let's have Kia here win this one. Not going to try to not be sloppy here. It can be easy to lose a general even in a fight against a rebel village if you're not careful. I know I've experienced that before. Not just in Rome Total War, but in any war, you want to be really careful with your general. So it is tempting to just grab my charioteer, my chariot general here, and have him run directly into the town center and kill everybody, but we are not going to do that. Okay, the reinforcements should be coming from behind the town, but we're still going to load up the skirmishers and stuff over here. We're going to keep them on this one side and try to draw them this way, if we can. Militia cavalry will be key here. Let's get two units over here, and time to start the fight. Okay, they are coming from the west. I think the west. Alright, so this is fantastic. Everybody's just going to head in, except for the general. I want you to kind of stay here. And all my skirmisher units, I want you to start blocking this path, getting in the way. Same thing for my spearmen. Because I think the easier way to deal with this fight is just going to be to take the town center and hold it long enough. So let's go to double speed, double time here. I think we're actually just gonna drop the phalanx and have them run in. They're gonna get a little bit more tired, but it's not a big deal because they're probably not gonna get involved in a fight anyway. So let's make sure everybody's actually grouped up here so I can keep track. So you're gonna run past them. Run past them. Come on, militia cavalry. Yeah, let's just run into the wall. Great pathfinding, everybody. Okay, they did throw some javelins as they ran by. Very good, very good. Okay, our general is advancing a little bit too close for my personal comfort. But some missile fire is now coming in on these hoplites from two different directions, and they are about to abandon the town center, it would appear. Nope, they're going to keep just that corner in. And it looks like the Cretan rebel reinforcing army is actually not interested in going for the town center. They want a piece of my skirmishers, which is just fine by me. Let's get them over here, my spearmen, to block the way. All right, and stop. Drop the spears. Stop. Okay, create a phalanx. And militia cavalry, you are going to come into the town center and get the clock running. All right, come on, Nubian spearmen. I know you guys are hardly professionals, but get those goddamn spears down. All right, we're set now. We're set. They're coming in. It's crooked. They're out of formation. Should be able to make some quick work of these men. No, do not do this. All right, they're routing. Okay, kill as many as you can while they're still routing before they hit the town center at least. Let's see, what have we got over here? Some militia hoplites, some pirates, and several Cretan archers. Yeah, they can't take back a town center with all this. There goes the enemy general. And we've made quick, swift work of the hoplites. They're unable to create any sort of a formation, so we're just going to run right into the town center here, and I think we can just go to 6 times speed and wrap this one up pretty quickly. We're just going to keep an eye on what's going on over here. Skirmish mode is on. They shouldn't be getting anywhere near us. I think the only casualties we're honestly taking right now is just from the Cretan archers, which is actually a little bit of annoying. Oh my gosh, they're really tearing us to pieces over here. I've lost over 25% of my men. Look at that. All those Cretan archers caused a rout of my skirmish forces from all of that. Wow, that's why I hire them as mercenaries. They are arguably the best missile unit in the game. There's one I like more, though, that we can build, though. The Pharaoh's Bowman, but that will come later. All right, no need to continue the battle. Wow, yeah, I lost more men there just from the arrow fire from those Cretans. Whoa! Sorry, dropped my headphones. Okay, we're good. We're good now. All right, what do I want to do here? Is this settlement unhappy? They look fine, although I could enslave it. And yeah, let's enslave it and just redistribute the population. And Kaya here, or Kaya, now has a nice little body slave of his own, or exotic slave. All right, let's end this turn, and the Tarsus fight is now going to begin. Are we going to get all 3 armies involved here? I hope so. No, we are not. All right, coming out of the settlement, just this hodgepodge, just a real crap stack, and the reinforcing army is made almost exclusively of militia hoplites. So I think actually I'm going to be a little bit cocky here, and we're going to send our cavalry after the militia hoplites. Not so much the desert cavalry, but I'm just going to be sending all my Nubian cavalry over there, which are much better than their land their counterparts that do not have the privilege of having horses. Enemy reinforcements have arrived. Yes, yes, indeed. All right. First things first, we got to drop all of these. Drop all these. And wait a minute, we're going to just pause it and reorganize everybody. Okay, first into generally the cavalry. And then we're going to get the spearmen together. Oh, yeah, we need to get the infantry in there too. Okay, now, more specifically, we're going to grab the... Nubian spearmen. And the reinforcements are coming from the east. Makes sense. So we're going to send them this way. You know, if these guys are already over here, actually, maybe we should have them lined up, but I don't actually think... No, yeah, let's bring these guys in here. See, it's because they're selling out, so we're not really in any sort of a formation. What do we got here? Some Pell stats. I think the Nubian cavalry, since you're right here, can take care of them. Come on, get him, get him, get him! Alright, that was easy now. Don't run into the spears, man. Don't do it! Don't do it! Don't do it! Oh, they're doing it. They're literally doing it. They're literally doing what I just said don't do. Okay. Desert cavalry are shaken over exposed flanks. Nothing is flanking them. Come on, break, withdraw, withdraw, stop getting involved. All right, and we're gonna have like these 3 Nile units here. Line up. Are these guys? These guys are all fresh. Let's wait for them to get a little bit closer. Let them get a little tired out. Although they're just marching, they're not going to get tired out. And holy crap, my cavalry just aren't getting the message, are they? Drop the spears. My Nile spearmen should be able to deal with this whenever they feel like getting all their spears down. And I'm going to try to send my eastern infantry around and into the city. They're wavering. They're wavering. Let's keep a little horn blow. Okay, how's it looking over here? Militia hoplites, they've kind of flanked around. It says victory is certain, and yep, sure enough, my Nile spearmen panicked. That's my own fault. I kind of had that coming. And where am I getting arrow fire from? Bedouin warriors and militia cavalry. Really? Well, if they're over here, that means they're not inside the town. Alright, the bowmen are going to work over here. Let's get the spearmen around and start marching one of my Nile spearmen into that phalanx. Already took care of one of these Bedouin warrior units. One of these is breaking off. I think he may have just sealed his own doom, if I do this correctly. And we're just going to run that general right off the map. How's it going over here? Militia hoplites are routing. Time to send in the Desert Cav to seize the town center. Yeah, real quick work made of them. Let's run those down though. And I got some Desert Cavalry who are still hanging way back here. And wow, we're gonna go clear off the map here. The Militia Cavalry are still pretty good though. They're not too tired because of you know, their light cavalry, lighter than my Desert Cavalry anyway. They're gonna keep slowly advancing. Slowly. Alright, how's it going over here? Where's my cav? It is inside the city, right? Okay, they are. Everyone else looks about ready to go. Let's get the bowmen over here. Alright, pivot out. Pivot out. Clash of the Phalanx is coming here. I think my Nile Spearmen should do just fine. They have better shields and armor, so they'll be able to kind of take those prods of their own without too much trouble and continue pushing into the militia hoplites. What the hell? God damn it. I'm never using Nubian cavalry again. I need to check. Is impetuousness one of their traits that will just charge without orders? Because it seems like they do that a lot. There goes the enemy general. Yep, there goes another enemy general. We can run them down quite easily. And let's start pivoting around here. Another unit broken. We're actually gonna rout this unit with cavalry just because I want to. Just because I can. Even instantly broke. The spears were not even a problem. Oh, that's fun. We still have an enemy general over here, and what's going on in the town center? It says I do not have control of it for some reason. There's one Pelstat here who they're not killing. There we go. Now we have proper control. That's all there is to it. Clear victory. I think we killed enough of the relieving army that it should have just dissolved by now. Is Tarsus going to give me any trouble? They're a little bit unhappy, so we'll just enslave the unhappy ones. Give them really something to cry about. Okay, and I think with that we have enveloped the Eastern Mediterranean more or less. Armenia and the Parthians have gone to war, which means the Parthians are that much less likely to go to war with me. Let's try to bribe this settlement here. And I can afford that. Great. See, I come with not just the sword, but with the coin. Let's actually build some units though before they revolt. 65, I'm about to build some peasants. Yeah, I'll be okay. Alright, now, what I want to do next with these people over here is this is going to be an enormous flanking force in the fight against the Armenians. Where's also I was building Nile Spearmen over here somewhere, wasn't I? No, I'm not. I'm building chariots. Okay. I could have sworn I'd set it up so I could build some Nile Spearmen. We're going to do that. But until then, let's build a couple more units of infantry, and we're going to bring this boat over here to Rhodes, and we're going to take those chariots, we're going to take those infantry, and we are going to head up here into the Black Sea and attack the Armenians when they don't expect it, while the armies down here continue to deal with the Seleucids. It needs to do a lot of retraining. And I still have not paid for the upgrade to Jerusalem. So I need to be careful about that because, again, I'm going to eventually start dealing with squalor. But I think today's episode has gone on long enough. Wow, it's half hour or so? That flew by. Okay, we've just almost completely destroyed. We've destroyed the western half of the Seleucid Empire. So we have this army here that we have to deal with. There's a navy. Is it carrying anybody? No. So it's just gonna probably go around being annoying and blockading areas. We now need to head east to Hatra, which looks to be undefended, and then their new capital in the east, where they have got almost a full stack. So we are going to have to send a pretty decent army that way, but it will grant us the Hanging Gardens of Babylon. I would like to grab Palmyra here as well if I get the chance, and I need to start heading towards Bostra. So there's a lot of work to be done. A lot more land to be seized. I think I've already hit the 15 regions that I need to win. Yes, but we still need to grab Armenia here in the north, and Pontus is in between us, and there will be a little bit of a separation between the empire, although taking Hatra here will deal with that. So I'm Conquering History Games. Thanks for joining me, and I will see you next week in the next one. Bye.